Hey everybody, it's Gomlet, and welcome back to more Extra Life Momir's Madness. This will be my second Momir's Madness event with the new format. So they did drop Kaladesh and Amonkhet and added in Guilds of Ravnica, just like in Standard. So the most important change really is that 9-drops are no longer a guaranteed Zakama, so it's not super worth it to just try to make it to 9-drops and then spam 9-drops. I'm still not entirely sure what the correct curve in the format is, but so far I've just been skipping 1-drops and then doing like 2 through 8 or 2 through 7, and it's been working out fine, so I'm probably going to still do that. I think that, oh my god, they got the best card in the game. Oh my god, have you seen this crab? The artwork is so good. I wish that there were a physical version of this card, but as you can see, it's an arena-only card. But yeah, I'm still not really sure how the format should be played. I think that there is definitely an argument for just spamming cards out, just playing a 1-drop and just going from there. 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, just start spamming out monsters, because the late drops are no longer something that you like really need, I don't think. We're gonna say, well, actually this doesn't matter anymore. Now that energy's out of the format, it doesn't matter if somebody can't gain counters, but we'll do it anyway, just in case I'm forgetting something. I suppose I should have just said that the Child of Night couldn't get any +1/+1 counters, just in case. Oh, Exclusion Mage, that's a very good 3-drop. But yeah, I think the high mana costs just in general have gotten weaker without Kaladesh and Amonkhet. So it might be a much more aggressive format where you just spam out all the early drops. At 8-drop, you still have Verdant Force and Zatalpa, which are both very, very good. But you also have the Awakening Sun's Avatar, which is a 7/7 that doesn't do anything. Slyn Voda, which is an 8/8 that doesn't do anything. Ancient Brontodon, which is a 9/9. I mean, they're all really big, which is decent. But a lot of them just don't do anything. Like, because of Convoke, there's a 8-mana 4/5 flyer, which is a flyer, but certainly not super strong for 8 mana. The reason that we don't have only Zakama at 9... Ooh, that was really good. Let's get rid of their 2/2. Hostage Taker is still sweet. But yeah, at 9 mana, there is a 6/6 that returns a land from your grave. There is a 7/5 with Hexproof, and there is Zakama, the crazy strong thing. So yeah, it definitely... I feel like it's a lot more in the spirit of Momir now. It's a lot more random what you can get. And Techova is really, really good, but so is Yargle. I really don't want to have to trade for that Yargle, but might have to. So let's see, next turn I play land, play a 6-drop, then I do 7 and 8. Okay, I can make it to 8-drops, so I'm just going to get rid of this Techova. I don't really want to do that because Techova is really, really strong, because you can just play a land every turn, so you're always going to gain a life and draw a card every turn. But I can't just sit here taking 9 to the face. Plus, I can make it to most of the higher mana costs anyway. Ooh, nice. Affectionate Indrik. He just hugged the most beautiful crab in the world to death. So they're skipping their 6-drop. So they decided to spam cards out turn 1 onward, and now they're just skipping large drops in order to get to larger drops, which is a little strange to me. But that could be a viable strategy. Of like, you spam out the early drops to see if you can get a start that's aggressive enough to just get in there. And then if you can't, just skip some later drops, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the way opponent is playing, but it could work out for him. They're skipping 8. Now I'm very confused. They're skipping 8 mana. Do they want to get to 10 mana? Because 9 mana is a 1/3 chance at Zakama now. So it is not guaranteed. I'm just gonna swing in with everybody. Because they're at 7 now. So I can make sure that Kazarov will be big enough to kill them in the air next turn, so I'm just gonna end and save the mana to use Kazarov's ability. I'm very confused at what opponent is plotting here. I mean, if they go for a 9-drop, they've got a 1/3 chance at being alive, otherwise they're just super dead. Alright, here we go. 33% chance that they're still alive. And they are not. That is a Molter Hulk. Maybe my opponent played a lot of the old Momir's Madness format and didn't realize this one's super different, and they were really just planning for Zakama there. Let's put some counters on Kazarov and kill him in the air. Alright, there's the scoop from our opponent. So yeah, I don't think I have a good grasp on the format in terms of what different mana costs you should or shouldn't be playing yet, but I do think I might have a bit of a better grasp than last round's opponent, at least, so that's good. Yeah, I think that game would have probably been a lot closer if they just kept making 6 and 7s, like they maybe could have even just won, but I guess they really wanted to attempt to get a Zakama. Alright, so I'm on the play here, so I'm just gonna pass. I still don't think I'm confident enough to do the 1-drop and onward strat. I'm still gonna skip at least 1-drops. But when you're on the play, maybe that's the time to do the 1-drop and onward strategy. Because then you can be more of an aggressor. Opponent is not playing a 2-drop either. I think that means, since opponent is on the draw, I think that means they can make it to 8 mana for sure now. Maybe even 9. I have not counted. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they can make it to 9 mana now, even playing a card every turn. So they are ready to attempt to get Zakama. Oh boy, they got a very good 3-drop. They got a mana ramp card. My 3-drop's pretty good as well. It is a flyer and it taps down their stuff, so I can be on the aggressive here. But I always get very scared of mana ramp stuff. However, no matter what they play, it's coming in tapped. I get to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this turn. This might be a quick victory here, and I certainly hope it is. Opponent drops a 5-3. Alright, that is not that scary. I think that I will win this game. That is my prediction. If a source would deal damage to a dino I control, prevent all but one of that damage. Okay, so this guy basically has infinite toughness now. This Sunwing. He has to be dealt damage 3 times to die, as long as this guy's out. Opponent is not in a very good spot. Whatever they play this turn comes in tapped as well, so they basically have 1 blocker. So they block my 4/4, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe they're dead. I'm just going to attack. And no blocks. Alright. Well, these games are turning out to be very fast. For some reason. Maybe I should start spamming out 1-drops and see if they can go any faster. Alright, on to round 3. So Demon Lord Belzenlock, I believe, is a Dominaria card, which means that 6-drops are still dangerous, and they're actually even more dangerous now, because we gained 1 set and lost 4. We lost Amonkhet, Hour of Devastation, Kaladesh, Aether Revolt. So we're now even more likely to hit Demon Lord Belzenlock. I think that's probably the only problem in this format. The only thing you might want to really worry about. So now there's even a bigger argument of skipping 6 mana. But I have yet to see a Demon Lord Belzenlock actually in playing these Extra Life Momir's Madness. So maybe they took them out of the format. I don't even know. Maybe they did. That's certainly a possibility. So we got a Corrosive Ooze, which is just a 2-mana 2/2. It does not do anything in Momir. Normally it would eat some equipment, which is cool. We got a Blossom Dryad that's a very good 3-drop. Now we have a ramp card, so we can go immediately into 5-mana cards next turn. And they got a mana ramp card as well. Well, this is going to be a terrifying game. We will both be playing some large cards. Oh, I hate how you have to do this. Alright, there we go. There you go. I tapped it all correctly for you. Just a life gain guy? Alright, well, at least it's a 3/4, so that can attack into their 2/3. But I have to assume whatever they play here is going to be larger than my field. So it probably won't be able to attack. That is a Sarah Angel. That is much better than my field as a whole. Alright. Well, we're going for a 6-drop. We're tempting the Demon Lord. See if he shows up. That is a 4/6 that does not do anything. Well, this is not going very well. I do have 25 life, so I have some time. Opponent... Oh my god. That's real good. Alright. Opponent makes me discard a card and they draw a card. And it's a 3/3 flyer. Well, I have nothing with flying on the board. Excuse me there, sorry about that. I need to cancel out of this. So I gotta use my Dryad. Alright. 7, let's go. Oh boy. Well, I drew cards. I drew cards, but Tashana just dies immediately. If you don't have any cards in hand, Tashana will die immediately. She has power and toughness equal to the number of cards in your hand. I don't see how I can win this game. I'm already on a 3-turn clock, and they're gonna get another flyer. This one draws them cards whenever they attack with an additional flyer. That is insane. Opponent has all of the cards. Alright, we're gonna drop a 8-drop now. Wait a second, I messed up again. Oh, god dang it. Get flustered, I'm having problems. There we go. So we're hoping for a Zakama here, or a Zatalpa here, the indestructible flying double striker. But even then, I don't see much we could do here to win at this point. And we get a 9/9 dude that's on the ground. So we're going to get hit for 10 in the air. This is very bad. Well, I believe we have lost this game. But as I said last events, the one game I lost in the last event was when my opponent managed to go 3-drop flyer, 4-drop flyer, 5-drop flyer, 6-drop flyer. And this is a similar kind of situation. They went 5-drop flyer, 6-drop flyer, 7-drop flyer. Those kinds of draws are really hard to beat in Momir. And, you know, as the format is designed, you know, it's completely random whether or not you will be able to beat it or just block it all. So I am playing Momir. I did ask for this. So we're gonna make a 9-drop and just hope. Well, it doesn't even matter if it's Zakama. Yeah, I'm just dead at this point. What could possibly save me here? Because Zakama couldn't, Zatalpa couldn't. Any creature that wraths the board? I don't think there is. I don't even think there's a flyer that destroys something else. Well, let's just go for 9 and see if we get him. Because why not? Nope, we got a Molder Hulk. Alright, so we are very dead. I guess I could have been attacking with my 4/6, but I don't think that would change much of anything. Yeah, I guess I was pressed against a wall there. I should have just been swinging out and hoping for the best. But yeah, I'm very dead. But yeah, if I swung out last turn, I would have done 4 to them and lost my 3/4. And of course they got the Zakama. If it had mattered. Alright. So yeah, if I'd been swinging out there, I would have done 8 damage to them total. Which is... They would be at 11. Because this Brontodon did 9 to them. So yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. They'd have been at 11, and they would have been able to just kill my 3/4 and my 2/2 with their Sarah Angel, so that I would just even have less of a field. So, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes one player gets all the flyers. I am certain I have won games of Momir in a similar fashion. Sometimes you're on the opposite end of the table. You know what? It's probably not correct, but I do want to try out just spamming cards every turn in one game. So that's a Barrier of Bones. So I guess we could just throw that in the grave. I will skip my 6-drop this turn if I don't get any mana ramp or card draw. That way it's essentially a game where I skipped one, but instead of a slight chance at Demon Lord Belzenlock, I got an 0-3. Definitely not impressed with my 1-drop here. If that was anything that could attack just even like a 1-1, I would be slightly excited. That can attack, that's a 2-2. I'm on the play, let's get aggressive. Opponent is not playing a 2-drop, so let's just keep jamming in. See what we get. A 1-5. Well, this is not the aggressive strategy. This is an 0-3 and a 1-5. At least my opponent just got a 2-3, but now I can't attack at all. I can attack with a 1-5, we can just bounce off, but if I attack with this 2-2, he's dead. Wow, yeah, that was not really an aggressive start. Can't really plan for things in Momir, it is very random. Dusk Charger is very nice, though. I can play a land and play my 5-drop next turn. And then it'll be a 5/5. Then I will skip my 6-drop. See about making it to 8 mana somehow. Deal X, where X is the number of wizards I control. I believe that's 1. That is 1. So I'll do 1 to their 2/3. And then I can attack in with my 2/2 as well here. Nice. I traded my 2/2 up for a 2/3, so that's cool. At 5 mana, they got a 3/3. Okay. We're going to attack with these guys. They're going to trade and chump. That is interesting. If they were planning on losing both creatures anyway, I don't see why they wouldn't just kill the 5/5, but that works as well. They do take less damage doing that. Opponent gets a 3/7 Vigilance, so yet again, we still have not seen Demon Lord Belzenlok, so I'm not even sure if he's in here. Alright, so I'm going to start spamming 7-drops. I don't think they're that much worse than 8-drops. Oh, and they're just going to take the 10 to the face. That is bold. So yeah, this Angrat's Marauders doubles the damage of all of my creatures. Actually, just all of my permanents. But I only have creatures, as this is Momir. Let's drop another 7-drop here. If it is like a Gishath or something, I think they're just dead. Meteor Golem. I mean, that works too. They are dead. Alright. Well, spamming cards out from turn 1 did work in that game, but it worked really rough. I got an 0-3 and a 1-5 and stuff. I don't know. That game could have just as easily gone very poorly, I think, so. I might just start at 2 mana this time. I don't know, man. It's kind of like a coin flip thing between if I want to start with 1 or 2. I don't really know. I am going first, so now is the time I could be max level aggressive. You know what? Let's do it, man. It's an RNG format. Let's go. A 1/1 flyer. Hey, that's pretty good. That is actually a pretty good 1-drop. We're just going to flyer right off the bat. Does opponent want to fight us on the early front? They do. Opponent's playing a 1-drop of their own, and it is a 1/2. See what we get at 2 mana. It's a 2/2. That beats a 1/2. However, if they get any artifact, then this is also a 2/2. This little prodigy. They're going for a 2-mana card as well. They get a 3/1. We'll see if they want to trade off for my 2/2. We get a 3/1 of our own. I don't want to trade my 3/1 for a 1/2. But it might have been worth attacking there just to stay aggressive. Looks like they don't even want to block, which is interesting. They might want to save their 3/1 to trade for my 3/1. Or something along those lines. Their 3-drop is pretty good. It is a Ghirapur Guide, which can make it so your opponent can't chump block your late game creatures, basically. I am not going to block. I will keep my dude for now. Drop a 4-mana card. Atrada, that's pretty cool, but not particularly good. She can't be blocked, so she'll hit them for 3 one time, and then I get to kill whatever I want. So that's okay, but she's gone immediately, and I'm looking for a more permanent threat of some kind. So I did get to trade off with the guide, which is pretty awesome. I also do have a 3-5 to block now, so now my opponent is definitely not on the aggressive. And they get a 1-6 to reinforce the fact that they are on the defensive here. Okay, we got Wooburg. Let's drop our 5-drop. It's a 5-3. That does not beat a stupid fat 1-6. So, thanks to me having the Etrata, I might just sit here for a little while. Wait till I get to higher mana costs. And then, just the second they get anything really scary, I can just kill it on the attack. That's a 9-3? That's not that scary. That makes me very happy that I saved my 3-1. It's your boy Yargle. So I'm just gonna keep sending in for 1 a turn and get some mana to make some larger cards. I might just go to 7-drops again. Verdant Force and Zatalpa are both kind of like instant win cards. That is the biggest draw to 8-drops, but again, they're 1/4 of the cards. They got a Niv Mizzet, which is a 5/5 flyer. Whenever they draw a card, they deal 1 to anything. I think I want to kill that. I'm going to be honest. I think I want to kill that thing. So, actually at this point, I think I kind of have to play a 7-drop. Well, because if I attack him with these two... Well, I can't do that because they have Niv Mizzet. If I attack him with Etrata, I do 3 to them. They go to 11. I get rid of Niv Mizzet. They then have a 1-2, a 3-1, and a 1-6 against my 5-3. You know what? I think I can wait for 8. So I will do that. Let's get rid of Niv Mizzet. So yeah, the reason I couldn't attack with Duskborn and Sky Marcher is because Etrata activates her effect when she deals combat damage. So if I attacked with both, then my little Duskborn guy would just die to Niv Mizzet before Niv Mizzet gets assassinated. So they're going for 7-drops, and they're just... That seems like a fine strat. Again, I think 7s are about as good as 8s. It's just 8s have potential for game-winning bombs a little more often. See, there we go, just immediate Verdant Force. Super happy about that. That was quite lucky. Just rolled an 8 on a d8. It's pretty awesome. See what opponents got here. They might skip and wait for 8-drops. No, they're going to spam out 7s. Ooh, they did get the Giant Sphinx, which is very, very good. Especially right now when I don't have a flyer of my own to block it. Let's go for 8 again. We don't have any of the legendary 8s out yet, so I don't feel like going down to 7. Oh, we just got a double Verdant Force. We just got a double Verdant Force. Probably die to the Sphinx. I guess we've got the double. Let's get in there. It's a 7/7 body. So they can block with like their 1/6 and anything else, and I'll just kill the other thing. They have to block with another thing there to kill that. So I would be able to kill the 1/2 and the 5/5. Alright, so we're killing the 3/1 and the 5/5. So we're getting this field more clear for my Verdant Force and my 5/3 and stuff to just come in here. If they attack with the 3/7 and whatever their next drop is isn't that good. I mean, the odds of their next drop not being great is very unlikely. Oh my god. They got the Belligerent Brontodon to go with their field, that every single thing on their field gets a lot better with the Belligerent Brontodon. Wow, they turned their 3/7 flyer into a 7/7 flyer. They turned their 1/6 into a 6/6 and their 2/2, and their 1/2 and a 2 into a 2/2. I cannot speak right now. I am so spooked by that Brontodon. Oh my god, I need a way to deal with that flyer, and there actually isn't one at 8. I mean, there is the double striking thing. I guess there is. There is that one. But I'm thinking about 7, because 7 has Meteor Golem to just blow it up right now. They don't even get to draw any more cards. Should be awesome. But I think I'll go with 8. It's probably a little bit more likely to get the legendary white flying dragon than a Meteor Golem or something like that. There it is! Zatalpa. That is what I needed. If I attack with Verdant Force, then I'm just trading off for a Fortress Crab. That Belligerent Brontodon was a really, really good drop for them. But so was this Zatalpa for me. So I can now block that Sphinx. So they get to draw one more card off it, but they made it to 8 mana thanks to the Sphinx, which is a problem. Which is a problem, but I did get Verdant Force before them. So I'm off to a better start right now. Okay, so the odds of hitting another Zatalpa immediately are not that high. Well, I got Verdant Force and Zatalpa, so I got the 2 cards that you want at 8. So what am I really spinning for? Like another Verdant Force or a 4/5 flyer or just a large ground dude? Their ground dudes are really large now, so I don't actually think there's a lot I could get that's super exciting here. We'll go for 7, actually. Meteor Golem. Ooh, that's perfect. Let's get rid of the Brontodon. I'll let them draw cards. They don't... There's nothing scary at higher mana costs. There is 9 where they could get Zakama, but it's a 1/3 chance. At 10, they could get a 16/16 Indestructible, but that's just a large body. Same with at 12, there's a 12/12 Trample. But that is it for higher mana costs. They're just going to take it to the face. Okay, so now they need something insane, or they will die to these Saprolings. I have to get in with 2 creatures. I have 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. I have 11 creatures. Yeah, so they have died. Alright. That was a spooky game. A lot of thought went into that. I still am really unsure about 1-drops. I'm just gonna go back to the old strat. I'm gonna start at 2 mana and just go from there based on how the game turns out. I still don't think that 1-drops are that great. I did get a 1/1 flyer there, and it did do a lot of damage to my opponent, so I guess in that game it worked out, but man, just getting an 0/4 or an 0/3 or just a bunch of little stuff, it's not seem that good. This hand's pretty bad. I am going to pass. I will start at 2 mana. Alright. Get rid of this island. I can put a land from my hand onto the battlefield, so I can go up to my high mana cost cards early, so I'll do that. Unfortunately, I still only have 3 colors of cards here, so we're going to go to 4 drops now. So we get a 3/4. I have a feeling this guy's relatively unbeatable. I don't really know what they could do here, because next turn I get to play a 6 mana card. I guess he's not unbeatable, because I could get a Demon Lord Belzenlock for 6, and then no one's having a good time. I believe Nyambi is just a 2-2. Yep, she is just a 2-2 with no abilities. Alright. That is a Carnage Tyrant. I do not see what they could possibly do at this point. Next turn I just start playing 7-drops. Llanowar Scout is really good in Momir. When your entire hand is lands, this dude ramps a lot. Oh my god. Angrath's Marauders now? Jesus. You know what? I don't even need the 1-3 anymore. Nah. I'm not going to swing in with him. They'll just block the 3-3 and he doesn't do anything. So they're going to take 14 here and lose both their creatures, maybe? Okay, I guess they just lose the 1. Okay, so even though the damage is technically doubled, I still have to assign lethal damage, I think is what happened there. So even though my creature would technically be doing 6 divided amongst those two, I still have to put lethal damage on one of them before I can put it on the other. So I had to say I'm doing 3 damage to that, which got doubled to I'm doing 6 to that. I would not like this damage. I'm just going to take 5. Alright, and there comes the scoop from the opponent. Because that Carnage Tyrant is probably lethal. They would have to double block. And then I guess the way it works, all the damage would still be dealt to the creatures. I don't know. Ooh, that was 5? Wow, that was a fast tournament. Another 5-1. Maybe that's just the record I'll go every single time. I would be happy if that was so. Well, thank you all for watching another Momir's Madness. Let's check out our prizes. Got a Silent Gravestone and a Goblin Banneret. This is actually a relevant card in Standard. It's pretty good. But I already have a playset, so... anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all for more Momir's Madness sometime soon. See ya.